Hello there, everyone. This is Jasmine, aka Gladiator in Sweats, and I'm here with a different daily video. I did say that I wasn't going to really upload daily videos to YouTube, but I don't know, I'm really finding that the messages that I want to convey just don't fit into little 60-second pockets of time, so I might really just need to go back to uploading to YouTube and maybe just finding a more streamlined way to where I can do this and still get it out in a regular manner. But regardless, let's just get to the message. So today we have the Page of Pentacles with the Lovers, the Strength card, and Queen of Swords, and we have the Hanged Man at the bottom of the deck. So the message today comes really clearly about love, about what it is that we feel love feels like, and about us honoring our heart, honoring what it is that we really feel, maybe about ourselves, about other people. But just to break this down, Page of Pentacles here in this position as far as just the collective energy. So I'm reminded that the moon is now in Taurus. It's actually, I believe, conjunct Uranus as I film this video. So I feel like that's especially playing into this lover's energy here. We have Uranus actually conjunct Juno. And so, as I posted yesterday, there's this energy, not just that, but there's a few different points in the astrology where there's just the energy very potent and very much active to manifest relationships, or just to manifest these soul bonds to people, not just to people, but to call in soulmates, to call in divine lovers, divine partners. Not just this, but I'm also just thinking with this Page of Pentacles, it's very, it's mutable. It's the kind of like the Virgo energy. And so seeing this with this Lovers card, as well as like the Lovers being this Gemini energy, it makes me think of us actually visualizing what it is that this love feels like, what it is that this love that we desire, this idea of love, what is it that it looks like and feels like to us, and actually manifesting this. With this Strength card with the Queen of Swords, this is actually here in the message from the universe. This is actually here as far as like the action or suggested focus or awareness. And so definitely love, as far as not even just necessarily romantic, but I feel like romantic or sexual kind of love could be definitely in the air. But with this Strength and Queen of Swords here, with the advice, I feel like this is actually about us opening up to our heart and honoring what our heart feels like, even when maybe our mind can kind of want us to negate it or say, well, that doesn't make sense, or that's not reasonable. The Queen of Swords, she's very, straightforward, cut the chase out, just like, give me the facts, just tell me straight up. And that's kind of how I'm feeling with this Strength card. It's just about, all right, let's just be real. Let's just be frank about what it is that I'm feeling. Let's be frank. Let's be, being bold and courageous, and just kind of going with what your heart is telling you. I pulled 2 oracle cards, or I really wanted to pull 1 oracle card for extra clarification, and just also because, like I said, this feels very much about love, about us opening up to love. Even, as y'all know, I like to do the bottom 3. Bottom 3 underneath the Hangman was the Wheel of Fortune and the Knight of Cups. I see this as this Knight of Cups, like this, maybe this person that's really out here with their heart on their sleeve, or their heart in their hands, or just their cup here saying, I'm here to pour into you, or for you to pour into me, or just either way. I just feel like this is, opening up to that love. this life-changing love, this love that opens you up, that when you surrender. And this is actually what I wanted to mention was the Lovers being the sixth card, right? It's 6, the Hanged Man being 12. And I'm thinking of this as like when we think of love, and it's very, or I guess very westernized, but when you kind of release the very I guess the very limited form, or the limited ideas that we kind of have on love, releasing that, surrendering to love to it in its full capacity. That's what I'm thinking of with the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man also makes me think of, obviously, the, Neptune, of that Piscean energy, and that kind of love that is not only transcendent, but it's all. It understands that we are all one, and it's this. It's a very fluid. It's a very just, very transcendent love, and that, I just feel like that's this kind of love that we're surrendering to. There's been these activation points with these trans-Neptunian energies in the astrology that I've kind of been mentioning, which I'll mention a little bit more as I put out the weekly for next week. But I just really see this as not just that, but also this being the Jupiter card. And Jupiter going direct, I believe, in a day or so. I'm not entirely sure. I believe it might be Monday or Tuesday, but either way, this also is just making me think of, we're just really getting prepared to go full throttle. And this is really asking us to trust our heart, asking us to trust that your heart is guiding you where you're supposed to be. Back to the oracle cards I did want to mention. We have the Dance of the Divine Feminine and the Celestial Rose. Oop. I just realized the cards weren't even in the camera angle. My bad, y'all. Let me pull these out just to make sure y'all seen them a little bit better there. And just as you can see, it's all very blue, all very watery, all very kind of emotional and sensitive in these energies as the bottom of the deck. And as you see on the top, it is very like very yang, very yellow. Again, I just feel like there's this harmony, there's this integration, even when you think of the Lovers. So I feel like there's this yin yang chemistry, alchemy going on. So I did pull this Dance of the Divine Feminine actually a week ago, last Saturday, and I posted it on my Instagram with the poem from Rumi. And with this coming up again, I just want to reiterate that there's this dance going on, as I even labeled the title of my weekly for last week. I believe it was In the Cosmic Storm, or In the Eye of the Cosmic Storm. And that's really how it kind of feels like we're really in this emotional storm, this very celestial kind of spiritual storm, honestly, where there's just a lot of changes, honestly, that I feel are going on, not visible to our eye. Like, there's changes going on within us spiritually and energetically. We're kind of just needing to surrender and accept and embrace the change, just as this Hanged Man is. Even if you look at the color combinations here, very similar, of this blue, and there's this red that's kind of in the middle, kind of vulnerable. Not even kind of, it's vulnerable, very much having to surrender to the unknown. And so I feel like that's what this is tapping into, this divine feminine energy of the unknown, of the psyche. And paired with this Celestial Rose of Ma, this actually not only, again, with this red here, right? But also here with this Queen of Swords and this rose in the center. And so I feel like with this Celestial Rose of Ma is actually asking us to accept the rose. And not just that, but that I actually want to read the passage, because the passage, I feel, really beautifully illustrates the message that I want to, the message I'm trying to convey here. Sorry about that. I had to stop and restart to charge my battery a little bit, so All right, let me go ahead and hold this up and read the passage for you all. A spiritual gift is on its way to you. The celestial rose of the Divine Mother is a precious offering of sacred love to the soul. That love can lift you beyond what you have known, beyond self-imposed limits, by the uplifting fragrance of grace. You will begin to think thoughts you have never dared to think before. You will feel moved by life, by its sacredness, in a way hitherto elusive to you. You will feel ecstasy without apparent cause, and you will feel as though every breath is a seductive caress of the heavenly lover. You will be open and surrendered in a way you have longed to be, but in a way you've never known quite how to go about. This spiritual gift signifies the ending of a period of suffering and the opening up to a time of new opportunity, a flourishing and thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. It is a gift worth having. So then, the sticking point is not the value of the gift. The sticking point, the point where one can stumble and place hands to the ground to break a fall, instead of opening them to receive. Like, this is the part where this is where it's mentioning this hangman energy, okay? I just want to say that. This is the sticking point. It is not in the value of the gift. It is in the thorn. The thorn is the point of pain. It is what tears at you, but it is essential for you to receive the rose. Your thorn may be the love you need to let go of now, so you are open to your present rather than your haunted past. Your thorn may be the fear that if you grow too vibrant and embrace the magnificence of your being, others will shun you out of jealousy or fear and leave you alone. Your thorn may be a constant need to bargain with life, that you shall take one step provided certain unwanted events don't take place, rather than just accepting it and living it as presented to you. Your thorn may be looking deep within the heart and removing a crown of thorns, allowing the heart to heal. This crown of thorns is representative of your suffering over a long, long time. This, with a sense of virginal purity to emanate from the heart, realizing that even great suffering has not tarnished its radiance, but only allowed it to grow strong. I just want to pause right there, because that's what it's talking about, that Queen of Swords. Where the Queen of Swords can get so into wanting to protect herself. And not just protect herself, but just wanting to be so on guard mentally, just mentally on point, right? And you can see even in this card, there is this crown of thorns. And it's not unwarranted. They're built by experience and built by having to learn how to, learning a level of discernment to protect yourself. But this old crown, this old way of doing things is old. It's not necessary anymore. You don't have to carry these, it's not even carrying necessarily just burdens, but you don't have to keep up these defenses. You don't have to play these mental mind games or heart games with yourself or other people. You don't need to do that. Or necessarily not even just that you don't need to do that, but that in giving that up and making yourself completely vulnerable and allowing yourself to take the risk of possibly being hurt, to take the risk of being hurt and falling in love again, to take the risk of, things not working well in your life, but still moving on anyway, but still believing anyway, but still finding love in life anyway. But ultimately, as I get into reading the rest of this, your ready for love heart can now be free from expectation and instead be open to life, yet with curiosity and reverence. Oh, those thorns, they have served their purpose, not in and of themselves, but rather that they have proven you worthy of the rose and ready now to receive its beauty, healing, and grace. Whatever thorns you are, or whatever your thorns are or have been, Be willing to deal with them, to face them, and most importantly, to release them without any shred of doubt, shame, guilt, or recrimination, beloved. They have served, and now their purpose has been completed. The celestial rose of Ma promises a gift worth so much more than any pain you're holding on to. So release to receive now. Can you sense the dew-soft petals and luscious fragrance opening to you now? So, yeah, all together, it just put the message very succinctly about what these cards are ultimately telling us about. We're really, if you guys have been feeling some of the feelings I have of really kind of feeling new feelings of not even necessarily just love, but of connection with yourself and maybe with other people, where just you're feeling maybe things you haven't felt before, where you are seeing things differently, where now you're maybe opening yourself up and starting to slowly but gradually release that which, not only doesn't serve you, but it's keeping you from allowing, the space for something, not even necessarily more. It's not even, I don't even say it's more, it's just truer. It's much more unlimited than, and not so limiting, I guess, ultimately. As I was mentioning, just, you can be put in a box, or you can put yourself in a box. And ultimately, I want to say that a lot of the feelings that we do have surrounding love and relationships and all of that, it's not anything to feel as really like our fault or we deserved this or any of that. Like, ultimately, I feel like we're all working to see how the things that has occurred to us, or even the things that we have done, or the patterns in our ancestry, how all of it plays into the way that we have connected with other people, platonically, romantically, sexually, in all ways, so that we're able to actually open ourselves up to, again, much more open, and not just open, but again, transcendent love. This is a very transcendent love. So I guess I just want to leave it at that. I think this is actually pretty long already, so I'm just going to cut it here. I guess if I have any more thoughts, I'll just post those in my Instagram, where I'm supposed to be putting this daily. So, yeah, I'm going to just end it there. Thank you so much for watching and tuning in. If this did resonate with you, please like, share, subscribe, comment, any of that great stuff. I love to interact, and I just love to see if this does resonate, or if this does... anyone else is connecting with this or receiving any similar messages. So do feel free to check out any of my previous content, like the Mars retrograde video. You can check out the full moon in Capricorn video. I'm getting ready to do the new moon in Cancer video, so I'm excited. I'm actually really excited to do that one. And again, I have the weekly coming out tomorrow usually, and I think that's really it. Any more information will be in the description box, so check there. And I believe that's it. So again, thank you so much. I hope that this reaches you all well. I send you all so much love, and I hope you all are having a happy Saturday. Oh, I didn't even say the date. It's July 7th. So happy Saturday, everyone. So without further ado, I hope everyone has a great day, and until next time.